Hello everyone. I know it's been a very long time, but I've been incredibly busy. I had to submit a proposal for a grant, which was done a couple of weeks ago. So I'm now a little bit more free. Not really, a little bit more. Then I submitted two papers. One of them was already accepted, another one I'm still waiting. So yeah, I've been really busy and I haven't really been doing any posting in YouTube. I have been doing posting on Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, it's Fossil Inspiration, the same as YouTube. And yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be using this palette by Nomad Cosmetics, the Hudson Valley. So this one was sent to me. It was sent to me. So Nomad Cosmetics, it's an indie brand from the US that all of their palettes are inspired by different locations worldwide. So this one is Hudson Valley in New York. Aside of doing a lot of work on conservation of the areas they visit and they inspire their palettes from, they also do a lot of work on making the makeup community a more inclusive place. And they do, I don't know if they do it monthly, I think they kind of do it whenever they can, or maybe every time they come up with a new palette. They do, like, I'm gonna say a competition, but I don't really want to say a competition because it's not. So basically what they do is they ask for people in Instagram to nominate other people based in the monthly or that times theme. And this last time was teachers, and I was nominated by a few people, and at the end they got 36 nominations. So rather than pick random people from those nominations, they actually gifted every year of those 36 people a palette. So when that came up, this palette hadn't been it had been announced and a sneak peek, but it still hadn't been fully revealed. So I had seen 4 shades, and by seeing those 4 shades, I already knew I was going to like it. I don't remember exactly which 4 shades there were, but this is a very fall-leaning palette, as you can see, and I really like these kinds of colors. I love that there is a warm like color story and then a more cool leaning color story. So these are supposed to represent the shades that you see in fall and fall season in the Hudson Valley in New York. So anyway, the 36 people was contacted and told that they had won and they would be given a palette. So I asked if I could get this palette, even though it still wasn't fully revealed, and I was told that yeah, that I could get it because I wanted to get this other palette, Haunted Europe. I had been after this palette for a while, and they had just said that it was the last restock they were going to do, so if I didn't get it this time, I wasn't gonna get it. So I asked, okay, I'm gonna make an order for the Haunted Europe. This is Haunted Europe. I'll do a video next with this one. So so yeah, I said I want to get the Haunted Europe palette, and I'll make an order with that, and then could you add the Hudson Valley to it? And they said no problem. So the order took a while because I live in Spain and the postal service here is not great, but it ended up arriving, so that's all great. Anyway, so I think I'm going to do like a mix of warm and cool tones and see what we come up with. It's the first time I'm playing with it. I've only swatched the shadows on my Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to start with this cider house right here, a very mustardy yellow. And I'm going to just put it all over the outside of my crease. Been talking too long, and now my primer has creased. Okay, so how are you all doing? I've been out for a while. I still have a lot of things to do, so the paper that was accepted, it's now on proof. So that means that the editor has already looked at it and approved it, and the reviewers have already looked at it and approved it. And now what is happening is that the journal proving team, which are basically checking that, you know, everything comes together as the journal's editing style. I don't know if I'm making sense. But yeah, they basically put the pictures on their place, and they retyped the whole manuscript, you know, with the different columns that each journal has, and they make it all look nice and pretty. So right now we're on that phase. So I just received the manuscript yesterday, like the first proof PDF, and I review it, and now I send it to the other co-authors, and now they have to review it to see if they find any other things that need to be changed. I only found a couple of mistakes that needed to be readdressed. So that paper is there, so hopefully it'll come up published soon. I don't know if that one is going to be public access, open access. I'm not sure yet. Why is my color changing so much? Okay, so now I'm going to go for Fall Festival. It's this orangey, like brick brown here. And I'm just gonna do it on the crease. So the other paper that is submitted, that one, I still haven't heard anything. I've only heard from the editor that was being passed to reviewers. So the reviewers are not going to look at it, and that might take a while, depending on how busy the reviewers are. So I'm not expecting to hear from that one very soon. Then the grant I apply for European funding from a funding body called Marie Curie, which is named after the famous chemist Marie Curie, who was Polish but ended up marrying a Frenchman, and she also gained French nationality after that. So I think sometimes she's referred as French or maybe Polish French, but she was born in Poland. So yeah, that funding body funds hundreds of scientific research every year, all around Europe and worldwide as well. Mostly Europe, but they also have worldwide. I should probably say thousands, because it's hundreds of postdocs, but then they also have PhDs, and then I think they also fund undergrads, and then they also have like early career scientist funding as well. So like, you know, after it's basically to establish your own laboratory somewhere, so to start from zero. Okay, so now I'm going to get this mountain hike right here, the mountain hike, And I'm going to put that on the inner crease. So I'm just gonna clean my brush. Okay, so the Marie Curie. So the Marie Curie, it's a bigger funding body called it's the European Research Council, and the Marie Curies are. I'm losing my train of thought. So the Marie Curies come out every year, and you have to present a very, very thorough proposal. So basically, you have to tell them, you have to fill these like forms online. So there are two parts for the forms. There is the administrative part that the university you want to go to might or might not help you. Last year I didn't get help. This year I did. I didn't say this, but this year I'm flying to go to Manchester. And the second part is more like, a project and individual base. So they want to know what you've done until now. They want to know what your project is going to be about. They want to know what could be the economic outcomes of your project, the scientific outcomes of your project. They basically want to know everything. So that took me quite a long time, even though I already had applied for this last year, because I was applying for a different university this year. I had to change a lot of stuff. So now I'm going to go into farmer's market right here, which I think is a little bit lighter. Let's see, I'm going to clean this brush again. So yeah, my project will be, oh, this is pretty dark. Okay, this was a bad idea. Let's try to make it a little, these two greens are very similar. Let's try to make it a little bit lighter by really, really smoking it out. So my project, if it's awarded, will be about color in fossil insects and possible effects that different colors might have in the preservation of the insects. So the point to it is to know if insects with specific colors have less potential of preservation than other insects, which that would be a huge discovery, because then that would mean if there is a difference, then that would mean that past insect communities are not regarded as they should be. The concentration of different insects is not regarded as it should be. So that would completely change our view on paleoecology of past ecosystems. Not only from insects, from anything else, because then we could translate those results to everything else. So anyway, it's, I think a pretty cool project. I'm not going to say anything else because, probably I'm going to think it's a pretty cool project. Okay, now I'm going into apple picking right here. So yeah, this funding body really wants a lot of information, so that took a lot of effort from me. It was a really big application to submit, and I'm happy it's finally done. So now I won't know anything for like 6 months, maybe 5 months if I'm lucky, but I'm not really expecting. Look at this rat. This is probably the nicest rat I have. Like, yeah, this is everything I need. Fall colors, please. So yeah, I won't know anything for about 5 to 6 months. And if I get the grant, I should probably call it a fellowship. It's not really a grant, it's a fellowship. So if I get the fellowship awarded, then I will be moving to Manchester and I start, look at this, and I start over there. You know what, I think I'm going to finish this side first and then I'll do this one off camera because I don't really have that much to talk about after this. Just let me put this red. Okay, I'll come back in a second. You know, I was low-key complaining that this palette didn't have any purples since, well, I've never been in the Hudson Valley, but many leaves, when they fall, they're kind of reddish purple. But look, by mixing the red and the green, we're getting purple. So never mind, don't listen to me. Okay, so now I'm going to get that same red and I'm going to apple picking and I'm going to extend it on the lower lash. So yeah, as I was saying, if the grant is approved, then I'll be moving to Manchester. I'm just going to do what I said and finish this side first and then do that one because I don't have much to talk about. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Farm to Table, which is in this corner right here. And it's like a dark greeny brownish. I'm cleaning my brush again. These are Jessup brushes. I don't know if you've ever had these ones, but they're pretty good. So they're cheap enough, and I'm enjoying it. I bought mine on Amazon Spain, and they work nice and they wash nice. And look at this, I just touched it. Okay. So outer corner, I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's get some excess out. So first I'm packing it. Little by little. I don't wanna go all over it, which I probably will because I can't control myself. And now I'm going to add a little bit more on the lower lash. And making it meet with the upper lash. Okay, I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. Okay, so I've gotten both eyes to speed, and I've added a bit of my NYX glitter primer, and I'm going dark. It doesn't look as dark. Actually, I know why, because my light is very off. Okay, no, it doesn't look as dark downstairs with better lighting. So I wanted to use the corn maze for sure, the green shimmer, and I think I also going to use the leaf peeping, and I'm trying to decide if I'm also gonna use that one. So let's just start with the green one and see where we get, because I think we're probably going to get to use all of them. So moving to, I always feel so bad touching the shimmers from Nomad Cosmetics because the embossings are so beautiful always, but they just disappear as soon as you touch them. I love this formula. It's my favorite matte formula. Shimmer, I think, is also right up there. Okay, so I'm going to put the green on the top. Look at this. This is really bad lighting. So moving to Manchester won't be that much of a big change for me or my husband, because my husband is from California and I'm obviously from Spain, but I have lived in England before, in Bristol, and my husband has lived in Ireland with me, so it's not that big of a stretch. And my daughter is bilingual, so she speaks Spanglish more than anything right now, but it should be fine. Look at that. Can you see? Yeah, so pretty. Okay, so now let's get some of the leaf peeping, and let's put it underneath. You know what? Let's scrub that off and get the foliage trail and put it underneath, because that's a more orangey. There you go. And then we'll use the leaf peeping for the under eye. I need to go back to the brush I already used and go over these, but they're so pretty. See, I could just do the whole eye and be done. Thank you. Next. Okay, I'll catch this eye. Actually, no, let's do the bottom first and then I'll catch this eye up to speed. So now I'm going to clean this brush and use the leaf lipping underneath. I'll catch up this eye. Look at this. So I finished this. I'm obsessed. I always love Nomad everything. Okay, so I just added brown mascara, a bit of purple eyeliner since I didn't have much purple going on, and the Odensai cream lip stain, Alba cream lip stain on Puppy Girl. Okay, so you've heard what's going on with me. Why haven't I been around here? You've seen this palette and what I've done with it. My first impressions are good, as always, with Nomad. And yeah, I can't wait to use this one again and to try this Haunted Europe one, which I think it's going to be also amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for staying up with me and for keeping me company, even though I can't see you or hear you or see anything you say until after the fact. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.